Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I'm using the handheld today. I'm a little bit further from the camera, and I don't want to feel like I'm yelling at you guys. I actually just want to have a conversation, and that's what's exciting for me, having the YouTube channel, being able to promote myself, promote the dealership, promote this car, and promote you guys and your journey and share some incredible experiences. So thanks for being with us. Thanks so much for your support and the incredible comments over the last, in all the videos, but just the last couple of ones. You guys have been really strong and really participating, and that means a lot to me. I'm not just the typical car sales guy. You know that, man. I mean, you can go in to buy this Corvette anywhere, and the conversation, they don't want to hear your stories. They don't want to hear your journey or your passion for Corvette. They're real quick to get your money, though. So often we provide so much information on this channel that I'm end up selling cars for other dealership, and that's not the intention. I love providing content for you guys and information, but I just want you to know, if I got a car in stock that you're interested in, we're competitive. We're doing some crazy things. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make that deal. You want to order a car? I'm going to do whatever it takes to make that deal too. So thank you again for the support, and thank you for your future opportunities and your business considerations. I mean, so we got that kind of out of the way, and let's talk about the business a little bit. That's what you guys come here for, and I thank you for that trust that you say, hey, Rick, we trust in you for content. You know, talking about C8, there's been so many conversations and speculations about this car that I haven't gotten into detail stuff because it's so hard. I don't want to misrepresent it, and I know a lot of that stuff is right. I know a lot of it is wrong. There's a couple of young guys out there that aren't selling the car, and they're making content on C8, and they're doing a really nice job. And I know it's difficult because how much content how much content can you do when you don't have detailed specs and pricing of the car and it's not even revealed? Oh my gosh, can you imagine how crazy YouTube's going to be once this car's released? Oh man. But before we get into talking about our speculation and from my heart and from my gut, when I think the C8 reveal is going to happen. Now, in recent news, I've had a lot of people contacting me, asking me, hey, Rick, do you think the Corvette plant's going to be okay with the announcement of General Motors doing restructuring in other plants? Guys, you see how much money GM's invested in that Corvette? That's an investment in all of our future. Corvette's going to be okay. For the families and the suppliers affected by this recent restructuring, we wish you guys the best, and we really appreciate your hard work. All right, let's talk some C8 mid-engine Corvette. Oh my gosh, we're actually talking about the car. Can you guys believe this? And the things, again, talking about myself and this channel, I want you guys to rely on is my commitment to you and commitment to this car. I mean, think about this for a second. When's the last time, and I call them spy cars, camo cars, what have you, when's the last time we saw any of those? There's not been anything on the road, anything at Nürburgring since those first initial shots. I paid a lot of money out of my pocket to get some of that rolling footage and get some of these pictures for you guys. Now, let me be salesy just for a moment. Regarding C8 mid-engine car, those of you interested in the car, I'm not taking deposits just yet. I know folks are taking deposits. That doesn't mean you get an order number, doesn't mean you get a price, and doesn't mean you get a delivery date. But if you're interested in the car, I'm going to keep you properly informed. And when the car's announced, you guys on that short list, the info list for mid-engine, those are the people I'm going to communicate with first in regards to ordering the car. And that's the thing we're going to do. We're going to allow you guys to order the car. I know you're like, well, what do you, you should. I know you should, but there's some dealers that don't. They'll actually order a bunch of cars and say, well, I got a blue one coming in and I got a red one. Well, no, I want a black. I got a blue or a red. Do you want one of them? This is such an important time, a rewarding time in your lives, and we've got enough advanced information. Why wouldn't you have the opportunity to order your Corvette? And that's what you'll do with us. Email me. The email address has been up on the screen. I'll put you in that database. No sense of us having long, exhausting conversations. I'm doing that now for you on the channel, and it's probably going to change, and if it does, we're going to make another video. But I'm going to keep you informed as opinions change, as speculations change, every step of the way regarding this car. So thank you again for that support, and thank you for the opportunities. Now, the C8 reveal, I was told from a good source in August, was supposed to happen at the Los Angeles Auto Show. That's coming up this weekend, and that's irrelevant because they've already had the press days. We would have been there like we were for ZR1 if that was the case. race. And I thought LA made a lot of sense. And the guy that gave me this information is not his fault. Digging for information in this car has never been harder. Now, the guys that have been feeding us intel, I thank you so much for that. A lot of that data I can't share on the channel. I won't share on the channel. We've talked about that before. It's simply not my place to say. I want to sit back, allow Corvette to reveal this car to the world and share it with you the right way. Bottom line, as much as we know, there's a ton that we don't know. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. As it unfolds, I will definitely keep you properly informed.
I can't stop.
All right, guys, let's continue our conversation and our guesses, basically, on when General Motors and Chevrolet will reveal this historic C8 generation 2020 mid-engine Corvette. I thought Los Angeles made the perfect sense. I was there last year and was so impressed at what a large venue. That's got to be one of the biggest shows in the country, and impressive too. So, that being Hollywood and all the glitz and the glamour we've talked about before, why wouldn't you debut a historic Corvette under that scenario? Okay, well, LA's happening this weekend. The media days are already passed. Clearly, as we said, Los Angeles is not going to happen. We're so close. This video is done just before December 1st. So looking at Detroit, a lot of things should have been in place already. Some media stuff, displays, none of that information is trickling. Like we just said earlier in today's vlog, when's the last time you saw one of those camo mid-engine cars driving around? It's been nothing. It's been quiet. We all have to be patient, and we simply got to wait. So I think with us being this close, as much as I thought in my heart that Detroit made sense, I think this new venue that I'm going to discuss with you today makes even more sense, and I'll tell you why. I've got my media pass for Detroit, and I actually still plan on attending that show and doing a small vlog for you guys. I actually have to work for the media pass, and I don't mind doing it. I mean, I got to cover the whole show for these guys, take pictures, do live interviews on the radio station, but it gives me the privilege and the opportunity to be there for you, for myself, before the show actually opens up to the public, and many times that's much different than when the show does open to the public, so I'm excited to have the opportunity to share whatever is going on there in Detroit, but by doing that for these guys, they will pave the way to get me ready for the venue that we will disclose here shortly that I think is actually going to be the reveal of the C8 2020 Corvette. Okay, so the next venue, if not Detroit, car show-wise, would be the Chicago Auto Show. That's an impressive show. I've been there a couple of times. I was there for the 07 Pace car, the Ronfello Z06. Remember that? That was a big deal. All right, here's another possibility, and this is before the Chicago Auto Show, the 24 Hours of Daytona. Okay, Corvette is a race car. Yeah, that's a different venue for a reveal of a car, but this is a different car they're about to reveal, so I think there is a curveball coming as far as the location and the reveal of this car. So that's one conversation that we're having as far as a possible venue for the reveal. How about the Geneva Auto Show? They revealed the 2017 Grand Sport there. Just, guys, let me just say this real quick. This is not what I planned to say, but Dubai, please don't do that again. For ZR1, yeah, that was kind of weird, man. Another opportunity. Everybody knows how passionate and how enthusiastic Corvette people are. How about revealing this car at the National Corvette Museum at the Bash event in April? They've never done a full car reveal. They very well could at the Corvette Museum. That'll be interesting to see if that plays out. That's actually in my top 3 as I've narrowed it down here just recently. Speaking of April, another possibility. I've never been there, but a big venue, New York. The New York Auto Show would be a good possibility. So I guess if it doesn't happen in New York, what's next where you're going to have a notable venue to reveal such a car would be back at the National Corvette Museum for their celebration in August. And if it doesn't happen there, we're back full circle to November to Los Angeles next year. You know the torture we went through with ZR1. I mean, ZR1 was delayed for a year. I don't think we're at that point yet. We certainly hope we're not at that point yet. But now we've given you some different scenarios. And one thing I want you guys to do, there's a link down below here on the YouTube channel of an interview that I read from Don Sherman of former Corvette engineers. If you've not seen that video, please take a moment to watch it. You'll have a greater appreciation of the struggles these guys have went through for decades to keep this car going for us, but you'll have an even greater appreciation of where we're going with Corvette. Okay, talking about past videos here on the channel, I want to share this clip with you. It's on topic for the C8 Corvette and Zora. Back in April at the National Corvette Museum, I attended the Corvette Racing banquet, and I just loved the story Harlan Charles told about Zora. They still use this to this day. To this day, they use this, and you know it's come up in conversation for the reveal of the C8 and what the car's going to be. They use the "what would Zora do" philosophy.
He's the one that really turned the Corvette into a world-class sports car. Zora is somebody we look up to. Zora always wanted the Corvette to be involved in racing, and you talk about breaking rules. Zora really knew how to, he got away with stuff back then when there was a total ban on racing. Zora creates the Grand Sport Corvette to go up against the Cobra. And then he created the Serve 1, which is basically a modern Formula One car. When we had a ban on races, so all in the name of Corvette engineering. So I think Zora would be very proud of Corvette racing where it's come today. I think it's probably the dream that he'd always envisioned, that we are taking on, like I said, taking on Europe and beating them. And I think he'd be very proud of what we're doing, but we hold Zora as a high standard of kind of the ultimate Corvette engineer, and always think we have we do have a slogan. Ed Piatek, who works with us at Corvette Engineering, is here, and he has, what would Zora do, as a slogan. So when we have to make a tough engineering decision on either racing or production, we always wonder, what would Zora do? And people who make good decisions get a bracelet, get a special "what would Zora do" bracelet.
So there you go. Here's my version of what would Zora do, trying to determine when the C8 Corvette's going to be revealed. They bring out the old dartboard. Did you guys guess it right? Okay, no more playing around. Let me give you a realistic idea as this continues to change and develop what I think right now when the C8 2020 mid-engine Corvette is going to be revealed. Number one, I hope it still is a 2020. Any more delays, then we got to start talking about, oh my gosh, do they move this into a 2021 model? And that is going to change some projections for 2019. I'll get into that in just a second. But like I said before, I'm a marketing guy, hiding in plain sight, not thinking about the history of Corvette. Think about this for a second. I think now the car's going to be revealed in New York. And you're thinking, New York? Why New York? Think about marketing guy, Corvette history. Think about this, guys. The very first Corvette was revealed there at the Motorama. Yes, New York makes perfect sense. Think about this too, because this car is about Zora and his dream of a mid-engine car. That's the first place that Zora saw the Corvette. So from a marketing standpoint, yeah, I get it, and I'm really leaning toward New York or the National Corvette Museum. But I think it's New York. So we're going to keep you up to date every step of the way as we get confirmation, and I'll get my media pass and I'll be on location there in the event that New York is the place that Chevrolet reveals to the world where history is going to happen, the new C8 2020 Corvette. Now, in regards to 2019 Corvette production, I only have distribution information until March, but does my projections on production and ordering, does that change just a little bit? Yeah, it does. Let me show you this. Okay, let me give you some real quick ideas if you're thinking about a 2019 Corvette. If you're not buying something in stock and you ordered a car today, for all intents and purposes, when we're doing this video, it is December 1st, okay? You order a car today, arrival is going to put you into late January, into early February, all right? Knowing I only have distribution information until March, my anticipation now being that we think that April, New York is going to be the reveal for the C8 2020 car. I think now that they actually take 2019 production and they do make it all the way at least through May, if not until June. Now, as soon as I get confirmation on that from Chevrolet, I'll share that with you guys on the channel right away, which will help in your determination. Because I've had a few guys that said, well, when's the last day you can order a 2019? And I kind of get where you're going with that. Be careful, like I said, as you get toward the end of this, they're going to try and clean that line out with a lot of pieces, parts that they're not going to be using on the next generation car. So ordering a car will become difficult because you'll start seeing things like constraints on wheels, colors, options, etc. That will come, and as soon as we start seeing that, then I know that the end is near. Already, if you look at Z06 in Grand Sport, you know that full-length spoiler in the back that's exposed carbon fiber, the one that was on the Carbon 65 car, that's already discontinued. You can't even order that through parts, accessories, LPO, RPO. You can't get that part. But I found one in stock, and I got it for our friend Corey in Texas, who's about to order a Z06. You just can't order right now. If you try to order it, it's a 5V5 order code. You try to order that right now, it's no longer available. With the announcement that we have today on the vlog, anticipating that April is a realistic, makes perfect sense from a marketing standpoint in the heart of Corvette owners and fans and would-be owners. That's going to be really special, but it allows us to have that extended build now into June or at least May for 2019 Corvettes. And with the plant not being in jeopardy, there's not going to be any short of inventory. People are like, well, if I order a car right now, end of November, beginning of December, why is it going to come late January into February? It's because you're turning that threshold of the holidays and plant shutdown and that kind of stuff. Normally, when you order a car from us, it's a 4 to 6 week turnaround time. Just a little bit extended right now because of the way that it's the time of the year. All right, before we go, what's the one thing that the C8 Corvette desperately needs that nobody's talked about, that you've not even seen in any of these interior renders? Did you see it in there? Take a look. I don't even know if it has any. What? Better cup holders. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm really proud to represent this car. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. I can't even wait to see the comments that we get on this one. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. I appreciate that support. It helps us grow and do more things for you guys. And, of course, anything breaking news-wise happens in Corvette, we'll put it right up on the YouTube channel immediately. I got some more tutorial content coming for you and some wonderful customer experiences.
I want to be a part of it. New York, New York.